Who was Doreen Lee, and why did she marry Richard Ramirez? Have you ever wondered how someone could fall in love with a notorious criminal? Doreen Lee was a magazine editor who became widely known for marrying Richard Ramirez, the infamous serial killer known as the Night Stalker. Ramirez was convicted of a series of brutal murders, rapes, and home invasions in California during the mid-1980s. His violent crimes terrorized the public and left a lasting impact on the community. Despite his horrific actions and death sentence, Lee developed a strong attachment to him. Her interest in Ramirez began shortly after his arrest when she saw his mugshot on television. She felt drawn to him and started writing letters, eventually sending him around 75 letters over 11 years. Throughout this time, she remained convinced of his innocence, or at least was not deterred by the overwhelming evidence of his guilt. Lee did not object to Ramirez's openly displayed satanism, which he flaunted during his trial. She became his most persistent and devoted correspondent, publicly praising his character even as the world condemned him. Their relationship progressed through years of correspondence and prison visits, despite the restrictions imposed on Ramirez, including the denial of conjugal visits. They were engaged since 1988, and after over a decade of communication and waiting, they married in a brief ceremony at San Quentin State Prison in 1996. The wedding was a small event held in the prison's visitors' gallery, with Ramirez briefly released from shackles to participate. Lee expressed being ecstatically happy at the time of their marriage, showing a deep emotional commitment to Ramirez despite his crimes and the public outrage surrounding their union. From a true crime and criminology perspective, Lee's marriage to Ramirez is an example of hybristophilia. This is a psychological phenomenon where individuals develop romantic or sexual attraction to people who have committed violent crimes. Her case highlights the complexities of human behavior and attachment, especially in the context of notorious criminals. It also raises questions about the social and legal aspects of prisoner rights, such as the ability to marry while on death row. The emotional and psychological dynamics involved in relationships with convicted serial killers are fascinating and often perplexing. Doreen Lee was a magazine editor who married Richard Ramirez after years of correspondence and prison visits. She was captivated by him despite his brutal crimes and became his most devoted supporter, culminating in their marriage inside San Quentin State Prison in 1996. This relationship is notable within true crime studies for illustrating the unusual bonds that can form between criminals and outsiders, as well as the legal and social implications of such unions.